Best Compact Camera 2023. The best compact cameras pack smartphone-beating photo skills into pocketable bodies. You won't find many cheap point-and-shoot models on the shelves today. But today's best premium compacts benefit from large sensors, versatile zoom ranges, high-quality lenses, and sharp electronic viewfinders. All of these features trump today's smartphones and make them great tools for travel, street, and holiday photography. Number 1. Fujifilm X10V. The Fujifilm X10V takes what was already a special camera and fixes all of its weaknesses. It's the perfect compact for the smartphone age. The concept is the same as before: a stylish, pocketable design, large APS-C sensor, unique hybrid viewfinder, and a fixed 23mm f/2 lens. All of those areas, though, have now been improved on the X10V, which brings a new tilting screen and improved autofocus performance. Our testing has found the image quality to be much improved, partly thanks to a redesigned lens, and the low-light performance to be better. One of our main complaints with the X10F was that its photos tended to be soft at f/2. Not so much with X10V, as we found it to offer great sharpness in the center, even at the widest apertures. Sure, you need to add a filter for full weatherproofing and the cost will be prohibitive for some. But the X10V puts an impressive range of features into a polished, premium body, with throwback style that sets it apart from the crowd, yet still fits perfectly in your pocket. Number 2. Panasonic Lumix ZS80 II. If you're looking for a travel-friendly all-rounder that has a viewfinder and doesn't break the bank, this is the compact camera we go for. It's since been succeeded by the ZS200/TZ200, which is also worth considering. But if you don't need the newer model's slightly longer zoom, 15x rather than 10x and higher res viewfinder, then you can save money by going for this older classic. The ZS200/TZ200 remains a solid middle ground between premium compact cameras with larger sensors, in this case, a 1-inch sensor, and super zoom models with smartphone-beating reach. Its 10x zoom might now be matched by some smartphones, but in our test the quality of this camera's lens and image processing produced vibrant, punchy photos with excellent detail. If you're looking to get high-quality images with minimal baked-in processing, then the ZS200/TZ200 will serve you well and offer a more enjoyable photographic experience than any glass slab. The downsides include a small and relatively low-res viewfinder, plus a fixed touchscreen. These are symptoms of this camera's age. But a small EVF is still better than no viewfinder when you're shooting in sunny conditions, and this camera otherwise offers modern conveniences like 10x burst shooting, 4K video shooting, and built-in Wi-Fi. Number 3. Sony RX100 VII. In many ways, the RX100 VII is still best compact around right now. Its autofocus system, we found, is comfortably ahead of any other pocket camera, tracking moving subjects with great reliability and making clever use of its face and IAF. Even in video mode, video quality is superb, while image quality is also stellar. But all of this comes at a huge price, and for many people that could be a deal breaker. Still, we can't avoid including it in this guide, as it's one of the best options around. If your budget allows, then you won't find a more powerful compact than the RX 7. But if you're happy to sacrifice some of the latest autofocus features and a microphone jack, check out the RX10 VI, which offers most of its performance a little less cash. It arrives with the familiar headline claim of having the world's fastest autofocus among cameras with a 1-inch sensor, which sounds impressive but means very little in practice, although Sony has squeezed in some of the autofocus wizardry it's introduced in its interchangeable lens cameras in recent months. Number 4. Sony ZV-1. If it's mainly video rather than stills that you're looking for from a compact camera, then the Sony ZV-1 is the best option around. Not that it isn't also very capable at shooting still photos. It has the same sensor and processor as Sony's latest RX10 series cameras, after all. But the ZV-1's main strength are its video powers. That includes its class-leading autofocus powers, which helps it tenaciously lock onto people and moving objects in your frame. During testing, we found it to do an excellent job of keeping moving subjects in focus and tracking our eyes across most of the frame. Of course, the video quality from its 20.1 MP 1-inch sensor is nothing short of impressive as well. These are backed up by a 3.5 mic port for boosting audio quality with an external microphone, and a hot shoe to help mount the latter. Its bright 24/7 TIM f/1.8 doesn't give you the same reach as the RX10 VII, but it does ensure that you get lovely background blur in both stills and videos. perfect if you mainly shoot portraits or vlogs. Number 5. Ricoh GR IIIx, the latest in a long line of discreet Ricoh cameras. The GR IIIx sticks to a familiar formula, a large APS-C sensor and sharp, fixed focal length lens in a small, simple shell. Like its predecessors, our testing found the GR IIIx to offer intuitive handling, rapid responsiveness and unparalleled pocketability. What's new compared to the standard GR III, which you can find further down this list, is the focal length, which is 40 instead of 20 mm. This limits versatility in a way that won't appeal to everyone, but many will relish the creative discipline it requires. We also found it ideal for environmental portraits in certain street scenes, offering reasonable control over depth of field. The GR IIIx is not a camera without compromise, suffering from a poor battery life and a screen that doesn't tilt. But we also found that it was a joy to use and shoot with, courtesy of its straightforward interface and customization options. The GR IIIx is a niche compact camera and you'll find more functionality for your money elsewhere. But we still think it's a compelling choice if you want a streamlined shooting tool. Number 6. Panasonic Lumix LX100 II. Compact cameras with sensors larger than 1 inch in size are typically limited to fixed focal length lenses, which is great for quality but less so for flexibility. But not the Panasonic LX100 II. It manages to marry a 17MP 4/3 sensor, the same size as those found inside Panasonic's G-series mirrorless cameras, with a zoom lens equivalent to 24-75mm and 35mm terms, proving that sometimes you can get quality and flexibility at once. We found its Leica badged lens to be very impressive, capturing very good levels of detail that's worthy of pricier APS-C cameras, and its exposure metering system more than reliable. Our tests also show that it handles noise pretty well and produces natural-looking images with faithful colors. The original LX100 was something of a landmark camera for offering something similar, and this latest iteration takes the baton. With a nippy AF system, robust body, clear 4K videos, and a useful electronic viewfinder among its highlights. Number 7. Panasonic Lumix ZS80. With a pocketable body and 30x zoom range, the Panasonic ZS80 is pitched at those looking for the flexibility to shoot a range of scenes, but without the hassle of interchangeable lenses. A small grip and thumb rest make it nicer to handle than many rivals, while a control ring around the lens can be configured for easy adjustments, including zoom and focus. Its sensor is small, but the shooting specs are still not to be sniffed at. The ZS80/TZ95 can shoot 4K video at 30 fps, while 10 fps burst shooting is decent for compact. Focusing is similarly speedy, with great face detection. During our time with it, we found the image quality to be generally reasonable. There was some softness around the edge of the frame at 24mm. All the same, image stabilization keeps things sharp, with pleasing colors and broadly reliable exposures when shooting in JPEG or RAW. The ZS70/TZ90 might represent better value if you don't need a high-resolution viewfinder, but the ZS80/TZ95 is a well-built, comprehensive compact package that's enjoyable to shoot with.